welcome to Retire in Lake Chapala, where we provide you with all the information you need to make informed decisions about moving to Lake Chapala. You know, I'm constantly amazed, people coming down here, how little they know about the Lakeside area. When I do my retirement seminars, when I do my tours, I find that people have very little knowledge of all the different communities that are available to them. Most of you will come down, spend a week here and stay in the village of Ajijic. And that's awesome. You're going to find out what it's like to live in the village of Ajijic. But you won't really realize or understand what it's like to live in other areas. And in today's episode, we're going to look at all the different areas of what we call Lakeside. Enjoy the show. What we're looking at here is the Chapala Centro area. And there are three communities in this eastern part of what we call Lakeside, which is the Chapala Golf and Country Club, which we'll see on the right-hand side, and the community of Vista del Lago. In the northern portion, you'll see Agua Escondida and Ixtlahuacan de los Membrillos. The Ixtlahuacan de los Membrillos is a beautiful, beautiful Mexican village. It is located, as you noticed, on the northern side of the mountain, closer to Guadalajara. This is a very, very Mexican village and has a beautiful, beautiful plaza, which you see in these photos. Ixtlahuacan de los Membrillos is noted for its huge Day of the Dead celebrations, centering around November 2nd. Right across the street from there, we have Agua Escondida. Agua Escondida is the largest residential community in the area, and it is literally right across the highway from Ixtlahuacan. Coming back over the mountain towards Lake Chapala, we have Chapala Haciendas. Chapala Haciendas 1, 2, and 3 are they're mountain residential communities, and as you can see, Chapala Haciendas 2 in particular and Chapala Haciendas 1 are noted for its wide streets and lots of trees and great places to keep your horses and your dogs. Right across the highway from there, also on the mountainside, is Brisas de Chapala. Brisas de Chapala, as you notice from the pictures, is a large plateau, and it's pretty much treeless. And you have lake views on one side of the knoll and mountain views on the other side of the knoll. It is a beautiful, beautiful community, very residential. Lots of lots still available in this community for building on. Of course, as we move towards the lake, and right on the lake is Chapala. Chapala is a tourist town, mainly. It gets lots of visitors from Guadalajara. It is very steeped in tradition as well, and has huge festivals throughout the year. There you see the City Hall on the left-hand side. And the plaza. The plaza is very beautiful. There's a market inside the plaza with its usual vendors, carniceria, fruteria, those kinds of things. And also holds many of the activities and festivals. And of course, on the lake, we have the Chapala Malecon. It is a gorgeous Malecon, has a large market set up, a trinket market, along the side. There's beautiful fountains like Fisherman Fountain, lots of mariachi bands and that sort of thing happening in the area. Just to the east of the town of Chapala, we have Chapala Golf and Country Club and the Vista del Lago residential community. If you're into golfing, this is a very affordable place with lake view homes. And of course, you're right on the golf course in most cases, and you can drive your golf cart right down to the golf course each day and play a round of golf. Lovely area and very affordable. As we move westward from Chapala Centro, we come to Lomas del Manglar, Riberas del Pilar, San Antonio Tlayacapan, and Chula Vista. Here we're seeing the first community, Lomas del Manglar. It's a small community of only 2 streets located just above Pancho's Deli East, and most of the homes in this beautiful little community have great lake views. Along the Carretera, through Riberas del Pilar, there are lots of different businesses, shops, and restaurants. On both sides, we have a residential community of Upper Riberas and Lower Riberas del Pilar. Riberas del Pilar is a very affordable community, and most people like it because of its rural setting and nice wide streets. Being outside of the villages, it's a lot quieter than in Chapala or in San Antonio. Many of the homes feature beautiful mountain views, and of course those on the mountainside, the upper part of Riberas del Pilar, feature great lake views. Here we have Mirasol. Mirasol is a little community of only 3 square blocks with, as you can see, red tile streets, colorful homes, and very warm community setting. As we move slightly more westward, we get into San Antonio Tlayacapan. This small village, located just to the east of Chapala, has much of the same feel that Ajijic does, but in a smaller fashion. Here we see a picture of the plaza in San Antonio. Of course, this is where all the festivals are held, and it's a lovely place to hang out and meet some of the locals. Across the street from San Antonio Tlayacapan Village is the Chula Vista Golf and Country Club. This golf course is renowned for its hilly and challenging course. Up the street from the previous picture is Upper Chula Vista. Upper Chula Vista has many stately homes, and it's on a very mountainside setting and very treed as well. Beautiful mountain views and lake views can be had from Upper Chula Vista. Back down along the golf course is Lower Chula Vista. And Lower Chula Vista is so accessible to the village of San Antonio and many shops and services. The streets are much flatter, and there's a variety of different homes at different price points in this small community. If we go up the Libramiento, which you see bypasses Chapala, we come to a number of gated communities. The first one we come to is Cielo Vista. Cielo Vista is a gorgeous little community. There's an older section at the bottom, and here we see a picture of the newer section up top, just past the wonderful community clubhouse, pool, and tennis court. Great facilities here at Cielo Vista. This is a picture of the older section, the lower section of Cielo Vista. The next community up the Libramiento towards Guadalajara is El Dorado. El Dorado has a large residential tower, and I would say that El Dorado has the best common facilities lakeside, featuring the only true infinity pool. Of course, all units have a fantastic lake views. And just below the El Dorado Tower is the El Dorado Villas. And the next community further towards Guadalajara is Birds of Paradise. Birds of Paradise is a lovely community, very well taken care of and very well organized. These apartments are 1,000 square feet and are very popular with the Canadian clientele and very easy to rent out. Finally, the last large community we come to is Chula Vista Norte. Chula Vista Norte is on the mountainside of the Libramiento, and all the homes here feature outstanding views. Chula Vista Norte is a gem. Continuing to move westward from where the Libramiento enters the highway at Walmart, we get to the lovely community of La Floresta. Both Mexican nationals and expats alike are absolutely gobsmacked with La Floresta. Divided by the highway into Upper and Lower La Floresta, it's known for its wide streets, its wide tree-lined streets, and peacefulness, along with its gorgeous, gorgeous homes. Finally, we get to Ajijic. Ajijic is likely the place where you'll be staying at. The old Mexican fishing village, as of 2022, is now a pueblo mágico. With its gorgeous streets and murals, Ajijic is the gem and the centerpiece of the Lakeside area. Here's a picture of the old church looking up towards the mountains. And of course, Ajijic has a lovely, lovely malecon. There's now a great Argentinian restaurant out on the pier, and a stroll along the malecon is a must for any visit. Many festivities are had along the malecon. Leaving Ajijic and moving on westward, we will come to the first community of Las Salvias. Las Salvias is a small community, only about 3 square blocks, but it has many of the largest estates, many with lake views, and due to the proximity to Ajijic village, is very desirable. Villanova is the next community beside Las Salvias. It is also a small community, about 3 square blocks, with nice wide streets and old-growth trees. Backed onto the mountainside, it has a variety of housing options, from large estates to smaller, regular-sized homes closer to the highway. And beside Villanova is Rancho del Oro. Rancho del Oro is a mix of Mexican nationals and expats. It has both large homes and small Mexican homes as well. Also on the mountainside, it has excellent lake views for most of the properties. Continuing to move westward, we come to La Canacinta. La Canacinta has a variety of housing options, from rural to gated community. There are many gated communities along this stretch of highway, built by Interlago. And finally, we arrive at Pancho's Deli Market and one of the Interlago communities, La Reserva. Beyond La Reserva, we come to La Cristina. Increasingly more rural homes. There are some small gated communities sprinkled among the countryside. Again, a very peaceful area out past La Reserva in La Cristina. Finally, we get to Racket Club, which is on the edge of San Juan Cosalá. Racket Club is a gated community and has fantastic pickleball and tennis courts. Being on the mountainside, virtually all the homes have excellent lake views And again, we can see Mount Garcia in the background. Racket Club sits atop of the village of San Juan Cosalá. San Juan Cosalá is a smaller, quaint village and is known for its hot springs. Its hot thermal waters feed a adult-oriented and family-oriented public hot spring. The plaza is often alive with events and neighbors socializing. Of course, San Juan Cosalá, like all the villages and towns along the lake, have a lovely malecon. Past the village of San Juan Cosalá, we're going to pass the residential community of El Limón, and then onward to El Chante. El Chante is a small village, and there's lots and lots of small condos out in El Chante, including some new towers for the Tapatio community. Las Fuentes is one of the premier gated communities in the west. Las Fuentes is a gated community up on the hillside, and again, most homes will feature fantastic lake views. And finally, at the very western end of the lake is Jocotepec. Jocotepec Plaza and Church are the central point of the town. Jocotepec is approximately the same size as Chapala and is built around the berry farming industry. And naturally, there's a large malecon in Jocotepec. Very beautiful and very quiet, except on Sundays when the Mexicans come out to celebrate their day off. I truly hope you've enjoyed the content that I've shown you in this video. Of course, this is only a smattering of all the different communities that are lakeside. I run a tour that's 2 to 3 hours in length, and we go over and look at the communities in much more detail. Also, tons of information in my book, The Ultimate Retirement Guidebook to Visiting and Retiring in Lake Chapala, available on Amazon Kindle. This book will list a lot of the communities more in depth, and also gives you tons of information about your first visit or your final move to Lake Chapala. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time at Retire in Lake Chapala.